What is up, guys? Welcome to Rev and Step. I wanted to make a little video today and talk a little bit about beginning mods for your GTI. I'm gonna mention 5 simple mods. They're super easy to install that anyone can do with any tools at home. It's not price based. I'm not trying to mention mods that are cheap and simple. I'm just trying to make simple mods that can make your GTI a little bit more fun. Number 1 will be VCDS VATCOM, or the alternative, which is a lot cheaper, and I would recommend getting that one, the OBDII. I have actually put an OBDII on order, so I'm waiting for it to arrive and I can mess around with it. But the VCDS cable, yes, you can do more things with it, but it's just a lot more expensive, and it's honestly, it's not worth it for what you can do or what the average person would like to do with their car. It's not worth it paying over $200 for a used or even a brand new VCDS. Now, OBDII, it's probably around 50 or 60 bucks with shipping. It's really simple to use, and it does anything that you want it to do. So, for example, if you want to turn your sound tractor off, I believe they added the feature now. Do the Joker lights in the back. I mean, change all sorts of things with the car, and sometimes it's just simple as just clicking a button. You don't have to program anything. You don't have to do anything extra. With the VCDS, you have to actually put in codes in and so on. I mean, again, I'm not very familiar with it, so I don't know how simple it is to use or how hard it is to use. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, I would say, would be the dog bone insert. It's really cheap. It's around $50 or $60. You can probably find it cheaper. There's plenty of manufacturers that provide different type of dog bone inserts. It helps the car tremendously. What the dog bone insert does is removes any wheel hop. So when you're launching the car, there will be almost no wheel hop when you add that. There is also full mount kits that you can replace, but that's a little more expensive and a lot more work involved installing. The dog bone, it's a simple mod, cheap mod, very beneficial, and it's really simple to install it. Some cases you just have to unscrew the actual bolt holding the mount, plug in the insert, and put the bolt back on. Super simple, and it provides a great benefit. Yes, it can create some extra vibrations inside the car, but with the more you drive the car, the vibrations become less and less and less, and then it's almost non-existent. So let's move to number 3. Number 3 will be the JB1. Yes, the JB1 is a little bit more expensive, but there's a few benefits to it. It adds a good amount of power that the average Joe would enjoy to the car. It adds a little bit of a tunability factor to the car. You can add boost based on RPM, which is great for the car itself, because if you have a manual transmission, you can set it up to where it can preserve the clutch. And with the DSG transmission, as what I have, you can set it up to where it adds more boost earlier at earlier RPMs, because the DSG can take that. Again, as I mentioned, it's not very cheap, but it's super easy to install. It will definitely transform your car. It will give it a lot more power. And you can also find it in the classifieds for almost 100 bucks off from people that are moving to something else. I have to make a video. I personally sold the JB1. The reason is not because of the product, it's because the JB4 might be coming out, and I want to get the brand new unit. I wouldn't want to upgrade my JB1 to a JB4. I just don't feel like doing it. I like to get the brand new unit the way it's set up. Yes, it will be a little more expensive, but again, I like the point where if you go to the dealership, you can just take it out and you don't have to worry about it. And again, it's the actual mod itself would provide great benefits to your car, and it will probably take you 15 minutes to install it. So let's move on to number 4. Number 4, it's a very controversial subject, and kind of number 5 is going to come after that. But number 4, I want to say the rear sway bar and the actual end links. So I recently upgraded my rear sway bar to the 034 Motorsports, and then I also got a Super Pro end links. That combination made the back of the car feel really tight, and it just seems like the whole back is together. When I take sharp turns, the car handles great. A lot of people in the forum said that the tires would be a better upgrade, and that will come up in my number 5. But now let's just talk about the sway bar. And the sway bar, the sway bar is not that expensive. And the end links, if you get the Super Pro, which are great end links, they're not that expensive either. So combine both together, the bag just feels super tight. But keep in mind, I also have the middle chassis brace on the car, which I don't know how much in combination with the sway bar and the end links that works. But I would say for a number 4, any chassis brace for the car will help. Yes, a lot of people say unless you race the car or unless you track the car, you want to see the full benefit, like the stock components are good enough. But I like how the car feels with the upgraded components. To me, it gives me more confidence and it makes the car feel better. So let's get back. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 will be wheels and tires. I know it's 2 in 1, but if you're going to upgrade your tires, you might as well upgrade your wheels. I know that sits on the pricier spectrum, but honestly, it will provide the most benefit to the car. If you can get lighter wheels with really good sticky tires or really good summer tires, the car will handle phenomenally. I haven't had the chance to experience that yet with this car because, again, I said it's very pricey and currently it's not in my budget to buy new wheels and new tires. But eventually I'm hoping that will happen. I would definitely get lighter wheels, maybe around 20 pounds or less. I know those are expensive, but if you're going all out, you might as well. Getting wheels and tires would improve your car tremendously. I would say best bang for the buck, it would probably your JB1 or your tunes that you can get for the car because they'll give you the most power and for a reasonable price, if that makes sense. But the next thing would probably be wheels and tires, and then go with suspension mods. I did it a little bit differently. I'm not following my own advice because I can afford the suspension mods now. And I believe, hopefully next summer, I will be able to get new wheels and tires. I'm just trying to let the winter go by. I mean, yeah, it looks sunny over here, but it's super cold. I mean, right now it shows like it's under 40 degrees. And yes, it looks beautiful outside. I'm not sure if you can see the background that I'm driving by, the little lake, but it's cold. I think my modifications on the car are done for the season. I will leave the car the way it is probably until spring. The only thing I would do is install the JB4 when it comes out and when I get it. But I'll make another video about the JB1 and why I decided to sell it. And why I'm deciding to, again, buy the JB4 outright. I mean, I'm not sold fully on the JB4. I've been considering actual tunes as well. But I have about another 1.5 years or so left on my warranty, and I would like to keep that for now. I hope that list was a little help to you guys that are looking to get into the tuning game. Again, it's not cheap. There's no such thing as a cheap mod unless you buy something simple like the dog bone. And again, it's all about on personal preference. I know everyone has different opinions. This is my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please click the like button down below. And also please subscribe. That means a lot to me. The channel is growing, so if you could just please subscribe, that would be great. I really appreciate you guys giving me your time and watching this video. Peace out.